Tremolo picking for black metal. So, the basics of tremolo picking. So picks will make a massive difference. So as you can see, the one that I use is pretty fat. It is 3.5 mils thick. But sometimes I'll use something which is really thin, like this, which is 0.73 mils thick. And they will sound completely different. So for example, I'll play the same thing with this thin pick and then the thick pick, and you can hear the difference. And that's the thick pick. I don't know if the sound difference will come out on the video. So anyway, selecting your pick is quite important. This pick is a bit more rounded around the edges. The other pick is a lot more square and flat. There are lots of different theories on the best way to pick fast. Some people say you should pick from your elbow, so literally you would be... I mean, that is an exaggeration of the movement. So my wrist is locked tight and I'm moving up and down here. Okay, you'll get a lot of a really aggressive sound if you do that, but you'll probably get tired in terms of your arm. Other people say you should use your fingers, so here's an exaggeration of that movement, which would be there. Okay, so it'd be like that. Personally, I prefer to get my forearm and lock the guitar, and then the wrist will go up and down. Again, it doesn't matter if your hand's open or if your hand's closed. Okay, same thing, but the action wants to come from your wrist. The reason for that is you can keep your wrist going without getting tired. If you go like this, you'll get tired, and if you go like this, your fingers will get fatigued. But your wrist, you can literally relax it. Okay, and that shouldn't get tired. So next thing, practice with a metronome. So I've got this old-fashioned metronome. It's got a Peppa Pig sticker on it. Obviously it's not an official metronome if it hasn't got Peppa Pig on it. And you can adjust the speed and play to a click. So I'll demonstrate why you'd want to do that. So I've now got a click going, and what you want to practice is ones. In fact, this is the pattern that I'm going to be picking, so I'll do the same pattern throughout the video, which is 7 on the A, 10, 9, 9. Okay, so what you want to practice is ones. In time with the metronome, then twos, threes, fours, now some people say you should do fives. You don't have to do fives, but it is good practice if you want to improve your technique. A good way to remember the pattern of fives is salt and vinegar with your pick. Salt and vinegar, salt and vinegar, salt and vinegar, okay? So, let me do that again. You also want to practice sixes. you want to do 8s as well, but I don't think I can pick 8s at this speed. So I've turned the metronome off now. So what you also want to do, you want to practice starting on upstrokes as well as downstrokes. So for example, if we do 4s, so I started every one on a downstroke. Even on the way back up, I'm still doing downstrokes. So you also want to do this with upstrokes. So starting every one with an upstroke. And then you want to practice, and the reason you want to do this is you'll never know when you're playing. You could be playing something which is just, so I've just hit a downstroke there. So now, but I want to come back on an upstroke. Okay, so you always want to practice up and downs and practice going in between the two. Okay, it's a bit difficult, but with practice you will get there. The other thing you want to do is practice your tremolo picking on 2 strings. So if I just play, for example, 10 on the A and 9 on the D, practice those. Okay, with the same sort of thing, and you can move that chord around. Try different major and minor. Major is the difference of 1 fret. Minor is a difference of 2 frets. Okay, so try different major and minor. And obviously different strings. Okay, and again remember to do upstrokes as well as down. As you can tell, I haven't practiced that one. What else would you want to do with your tremolo picking? So practice string skipping with your tremolo picking. Okay, so that's an old enslaved riff. Again, it's all notes are picked at 4. And there's some string skipping and moving across. That's a really good exercise. So I'll show you it. Open, 7 on the E, 9 on the G, 7 on the G, 10 on the D, 9, 7, and then 10 on the A. So that's open, 7, 9, 7, 10, 9, 7, 10, open bottom, 7, 9, 8, 9, 8, 7, 8. So again, practice it with 1 note, then 2, then 3. The good thing about the 3s is you will be on different pick strokes, as in up and down, when you change. So obviously fours. And remember to try up and down. Okay, so when I say up and down, start on up and down. So start on a down, and then start on an up. Okay, so play that to a click as well, so you can increase your speed. So one of the benefits of playing to a metronome is you can change the speed up and increase your speed over time. If your arm's getting tired, you're doing it wrong. So you probably, what you need to do if you notice your arm's getting tired is relax. You'll find that you've got some tension either in your shoulder or in your forearm or somewhere. You should be able to do this. In fact, here's a good exercise. Set your metronome. And just play for a minute solidly and put it at quite a high tempo. So I'm going to set my tempo now and show you what I mean. So I've got my metronome set at 144 BPMs and I'm just going to play one note constantly in semiquavers, so that's 4 notes per click, okay? And I'll just play that and I'll be able to play it for ages without my arm getting tired because it's my arm's totally relaxed here. If you're going like this, try doing that for a minute, you're soon going to know about it, or this. Okay, so that's why I recommend this, because you can just totally relax your forearm and your wrist and go for it. So I'll show you what I mean now. I'll put the metronome on and I'll play to it. So that's just an example. Obviously, don't want to go on too long because you probably fall asleep or punch your computer screen. So what you can also do with that is you can, once you've got this relaxed and you can just keep playing without any interruption, that's when you can etc. and just start moving around the fretboard, different strings. Couple of other little things. As you're moving through the strings, in terms of playing down, you'll notice that the angle of my wrist will change. Okay, that's totally normal, so you don't have to pick in one place, you know, you don't have to pick there. You can move the pick, so the pick will come in at a different angle on each of the strings. And that's totally normal for you to pick. So for example, you'll be picking nearer the bridge on the high E string than you will, but that's just the natural arc of your wrist, so don't worry about that. And the other thing you might want to look at doing is you've got to find what's comfortable in terms of wrist position for you. But some people recommend playing with your pick more at this sort of angle, so it's instead of flat like this against the string, it's down here. Some people even recommend the opposite, so you're picking upwards. I never got on with that. So try different picking positions in terms of the way your pick attacks the string. They will all sound different. Obviously, if it's flatter, you'll get more attack, but if it's angled down like this at a 45-degree angle, you can probably get more speed because it's just bouncing off the strings. So try that as well and see if you can come up with your ultimate picking style. And that is a quick lesson on tremolo picking.